Hello, my sunshine, and welcome to a new episode of the Hot Girl Morning Podcast. I am so excited to have you here. This week's episode will be all about how to get out of a rut, how to get out of that feeling of just feeling unmotivated, not knowing where to go, and just being kind of in a slump. Um, Before I get into that, I want to do this tradition that I often like to do with you, where I open up this book at a random page and I tell you the quote or the affirmation that is in there, which is basically then the sign for your day. So the book is, as always, Living with Joy, Keys to Personal Power and Spiritual Transformation from Sanea Roman. If you're watching the video version of this podcast, you can actually see the book right now in my hands. So let me just open a random page. Okay, let me see. We have some affirmations and a quote, but maybe let's only do the affirmations. Oh, okay. I deserve love and I open to receive it. I deserve the best possible life and I have it. I am creating heaven on earth. I appreciate and acknowledge all that I have. I live an abundant life. So beautiful. I love those quotes, and I think they're perfect for what we're about to talk about today. To give you a little bit of a background, I have been in a little bit of a slump lately, or in a rut. I don't know if you have the same issues sometimes where when you travel or you're like going somewhere visiting people and you get back home and you're just not back into a routine yet, and it's just like you're jumping from place to place, and it's sometimes hard like to get back into routine. Because in February I have spent 2 weeks away. I was in Vienna for some time, and then in another part of Austria for some time to visit a friend. And I got back home and there were just a lot of things also happening to me, like mentally, where I had to realize a lot of things. It was just a very intense time, which was okay. And then last week I was trying to get back to work and or I was working already before, but really back into like the rhythm with like really boom, bam, done energy. And then I got sick. And I was just like, ugh. And now this last week I was sick. So actually last week I wasn't able to upload a podcast episode. So this is why it's now a little bit delayed, but that's all right, I hope. So basically now I'm feeling better, but I really feel like this energy of I need kind of a little bit of a reset. I need a tiny bit of a new start because I do not feel on track with my rituals at the moment, like with the habits, with the goals, like where am I going? What is happening? And I just feel a little bit like I need to reassess everything for a second before like I get started with things, because often I think we tend to like jump right back into, okay, we're feeling so stressed now, we need to jump back into the just doing instead of even realizing, okay, what is the bigger picture, what is even the bigger goal that you have behind whatever you want to do. So let me tell you a little bit about how to get out of a rut, how to get out of a slump when you don't feel motivated right now. I want you first to recognize yourself. Where do you feel like you are right now on this journey of being in a rut? Do you really feel like, well, right now, you just need to feel those negative emotions or whatever you're going through? You just need to feel those emotions and you have so many like things you're healing on. And do you just need to feel those things? Or do you feel like you need to take some action to get your shit together and to feel like this beautiful, amazing version of yourself again? After recognizing where you are on your journey, you can come with me or not, whatever you prefer. So I was in a rut myself, and I'm in the process of right now of unrutting myself. I would just call it like that. Um, so here are a couple of tips. First of all, I feel like different seasons of the year need different kind of habits or different kind of routines. And what I found so interesting this year, 2023, to recognize in my life that like the habits I had in summer and in fall and winter, they were all kind of different. And the rituals that I was doing in winter were maybe perfect for the time in winter. Like I woke up and yoga and an ice bath, that was just a thing for me. But I can tell right now like that the energy is shifting. Spring is around the corner, and I like to have kind of different rituals for different times for whatever my body needs in this moment or whatever my soul needs. So I want you also to recognize it is not about having like this one morning routine that you have to follow all of the time, but to also to recognize when you're ready to change some things up. Me, for example, like in general, I am a spring girly through and through. Spring is my favorite season of the world. I dream about living in a place where there is spring 24/7, 365 days a year, because that is where my heart is just so happy. And so, I don't know, spring is just my time. So I really need more of this energy, because winter was beautiful. It was like a very peaceful inner peace, meditating, ice bathing kind of energy. And I feel like now I need a little bit of more like a kick in the butt. I need more of this like positive energy, like the nature is growing, and I just want to like bloom inside as well. So one thing I really like to do first to get everything together, just to get out of my rut, is often I have so many thoughts in my mind and so many things are going on, and I just need to organize them. I need to get clarity. And one thing that I will always jump back on, like an exercise that I will always go back to, is brain dumping. So just taking your bullet journal or whatever you need and just writing down all your thoughts. Because my mind most times feels like there are like 47 different tabs open who are like processing at the same time. And I really need to sometimes just write things down. No matter if it's like I'm writing down like different topics that are on my mind or things that are worrying me, or I'm writing down like mini ideas I have, or writing down like appointments that I have, or things I need to get, or all of those things. I just need to put them on a piece of paper, and that really gives me peace of mind. So try to first get that clarity in your mind to just write things down. One other thing that I really like to do, especially around the springtime, is to also clear my space. So it's now time for me to do like a closet clean out, making it ready for spring. Just cleaning my room, cleaning my apartment, maybe changing some decoration, really just, I don't know, welcoming this new version into my life, not only by changing the inner things and maybe the habits that I do, but also by changing the environment. In general, for me, spring is also a time where I more and more crave like these social interactions and meeting people and doing so many things. And often in winter, I'm just like, I need more alone time. I'm very curious to hear if you can relate to this, or if this is just a thing that is going on in my body. Of course, it's also like combined like always with my menstrual cycle, if like what I need most. But in general, like spring is just like this, getting this energy again to go more outwards. So I want you to first have this like clarity in your mind, brain dumping everything on paper, but then also changing your environment. And with that, if you feel like that is also part of the issue, changing your appearance, or just sometimes you just need this everything shower. You need to just not feel like a potato sack anymore, because that's sometimes, especially like when you're sick and you're just like, ugh, it just all feels ugh. And when you're healthy again, you need to do like this everything shower. If you don't know what an everything shower is, I think I came across this concept on TikTok, and it's basically the everything shower is like, there's like you can just take a shower and do the wash your hair. You can do all of that plus shave your legs, or you can shave everything, and then basically the everything shower is you do everything. You do everything from head to toe, and then you make your nails and do all the things. This is the everything shower. And sometimes you need everything shower, put on fresh clothes, and then you already feel so much better. And if you feel like changing your hair, change your hair, do whatever you need to do to feel more like yourself, to feel more like the version of yourself that you want to become. Because probably if you're in a slump lately, you have been showing up as this version of yourself that you actually do not crave to be in the future. This is not like your dream future self that is like showing up every single day that is in a slump. It's probably this version of yourself where you're not taking enough care of yourself, maybe physically, maybe mentally, maybe in any other way. But I want you to take care of yourself. Okay, I want that you clean your environment, make sure your environment makes you feel good. I want you to clean yourself physically, that you feel good and you feel pretty and you feel like you have your shit together. And then we need to do also the mental cleanse. So what we're going to focus on now a little bit more will be the mental cleanse. So you are clean physically, environmentally, and now we have to clean the inside. And kind of what I always love to do in there is to reflect even deeper of, where am I right now? What are the things that are on my mind right now? What is blocking me right now from being somewhere else? Like, what is the reason that I feel this stuck? Well, maybe the reason is that I don't feel connected to my goals. I don't know what I'm working towards right now. I don't see the results. Well, that is already like a great indicator and helps you to figure out, okay, well, how can I solve this? So first, get clear on what is actually right now the problem. What is the thing that is holding you back from being excited about your life, from like working towards your vision, from doing all the things? Like, what is holding you back? And then recognize that you have the power to take the steps towards having like your own life in your own hands, and you can change your circumstances. You can change these things. Okay, these are not set in stone. And maybe some of the circumstances you cannot change, but what you can change is the way you talk to yourself about them, the stories that you tell yourself, the thoughts that you have in your mind. And I want you to learn to show up more for yourself, to set boundaries and recognize in your body the boundaries that you need to create. If you're taking care of yourself right now, how are you talking to yourself right now? Is it maybe that there's a situation where you should say no to, but in the past you have said yes to? There's actually this good quote. How was it again? Sometimes saying no to others means saying yes to yourself. And recognizing, often when you say yes to others, it's a no to yourself. It's not like there's only this yes. And I want you to learn to say yes to yourself and recognize what you need. And often if there's times where you feel overwhelmed and confused, it's time for you to create a moment of silence, to just let your mind wander and just get internal and realize what you actually need. So in times of feeling overwhelmed, feeling confused, I want you to take a break. I want you to connect with yourself. I want you to get out into nature. I want you to listen to a song and stop distracting yourself with watching how other people live their lives and start living your own life. Okay? So we're step by step gaining this clarity. What is really going on? What is stopping us? And I want you to realize again, what is it that I want to create in my life for myself? What is it that I want to create in my life for myself? How does your dream life look like? And with this question, I do not mean only like exactly, okay, maybe you want to have this career and some of these specifics. I want you to also recognize what is the feeling you want to feel in this dream reality of yours? What is the feeling you want to feel? Because in most cases, it's not about reaching a specific step, but it's about allowing yourself to feel those feelings already within the now. So get clear on the feeling that you want to create for yourself and ask yourself, how can I create this feeling already within the now? Literally such a powerful question, but there's so many ways you can already be happy and grateful and confident right now. Okay? What I also want you to recognize, or maybe ask yourself, what are some behaviors, what are some habits, what are some thought patterns that are going on right now in my mind that are not healthy and that are not getting me closer to my goals? And maybe then also ask yourself, what are some things you're doing right now that are getting you closer to your goals? And through that, recognizing, okay, what are the things that I need to change and what are the things that I can keep this way? And through this whole journey, I want you to show yourself the love, because it will not be like this, because so often we're just like from one day to the other, we want just to have like the perfect life and we want to have our perfect habits and routines and rituals and blah, blah, blah. But it is not about having this perfection and changing your life tomorrow, but it's about how you show up to yourself in times where things are getting tough. So recognize, what is the person that you want to be? Who do you want to become? And is this current version of yourself supporting you to get there, or is it not? And if it is not, what is in your power? What can you do to change this? I want you to recognize the voice that you have in your mind. I want you to recognize the thoughts that you have in your mind and guide them. Gently guide them. I want you to become aware when negative thought patterns come up. And I want you to kind of be like a gentle parent to your inner child or to your ego voice, this negative voice in your that is right now going on inside of you. And I want you to guide this inner voice, this inner child that is just screaming in pain. And I want you to guide it through feeling the things and just letting them go. Okay? I want you to be the gentle parent to this inner version of yourself who needs this help right now. And I want you to choose yourself. Choose yourself and choose the life you want to create. Choose yourself and the life you want to create. So create the clarity, connect your vision, and take the steps towards your dreams. If you are really committed to get out of this slump, to get out of this rut, I have created an online course, the Ultimate Life Reset online course. It is really amazing. I'm super proud of it. I am so grateful for the feedback I got on it. I published this in the beginning of the year. And if you really want to you want to get out of that slump, you want to get out of the rut 100%, you can use this online course and it will help you to get there, because I'm literally walking you through all of it, all of the process to gain really the clarity. We are doing a visualization meditation together and so many more exercises to really help you change your identity, but also do the inner work, overcoming your limiting beliefs and recognizing what are actually the action steps that you have to take to really become this main character in your life. So if this sounds in any way interesting to you, you will find all the links in the show notes below. I want to thank you so much for being here. If you need some specific help, or you have just some struggles and you don't know how to get there, or you don't know if the online course is the right fit for you, feel free to just message me at Instagram at greta.webhofer, at greta.webhofer, and just let me know there. In general, if you have any other things that you want to tell me, or episode recommendations, anything like that, feel free to let me know on there. And thank you so much for being there. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye.